First, you tell me what is the constitution?
Constitution is a set of rules. Like if you have seen in a classroom, we require classroom rules like keep your class clean, speak in English, obey your parents and teachers. We have such kind of rules in a class. In the same manner, to run a country, we should have a rules, isn't it? And those rules is written in a book that is called a constitution.
Who is the founder of constitution?
Actually, constitution is prepared by a constituent assembly. It was a group of people in which a committee was made, which was named drafting committee. It was having 7 members, and chairman of that drafting committee was Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar.
And you tell me about something special constitutions.
About constitution, like there are many things which is unique about Indian constitution. Like many people say that it is, just ransacking of other constitutions. It is borrowed from other countries constitution, from France, from America, from Japan like countries. But very special thing is that it is lengthiest, again because I said that India is very large country than in comparison of other countries like Japan, Germany. These are very small in geographical extent. And other thing that very unique problem of our country is that it is vast and diverse. We have many religions in our country. We have many castes in our country. There are many races in our country. So which makes it unique in itself. And another special thing about our constitution is that it has single citizenship. Like in America, we have double citizenship. They are citizen of their own state also and for the nation also. But our India is unitarian system. Like we know now that the center is more powerful than the states. CM, of course, PM is more powerful than the CM. We cannot give complete power to the CM. So in the same way, we have a single citizenship for our country.
But India's constitution is largest in the world. But when we really check it in our life, that time we feel people don't feel himself freedom.
Don't feel freedom.
Mostly women's.
Hmm.
Like
See,
there are traditions of ghungat and other.
hmm. Our constitution has three, our constitution basically aims at, it tells us how a government should govern, how it should administer. We all know that there are three organs in a government. First one is legislature, executive, and judiciary. If we say that our women doesn't feel free, again these three organs are responsible for it. And how to govern this is told by the constitution. Like legislature is making, bill, if for an adhiniyam,
Yeah.
women reservation bill. They should make laws for women. Again, executive, police officers, and other officers should implement these laws. And if it is not executed, if it is violated, then judiciary must take actions for it. But the constitution has given us the guidelines on which a government should work. And next, it is upon the government how it will run. But the constitution is providing the rules, like I had said before. It will provide us rule how the government should work, how it should, provide justice to the people.
Yes, constitution provides us rules, but people does not follow the rules of this.
Again, the vicious cycle. There are many corrupt people. There are political parties having their political intentions in it. They will make issue and there will be no solution to it. Like we have seen many cases happening with women. Again, the political parties will have their political intentions. They will influence the things and there will be no solution to it. Again, I will say that constitution also tells about the separation of the organs. Like if judiciary should never mix up with the this executive and the legislation, there should always be a separation. So even if the political parties and the ruling parties sitting in the legislative bodies and the executive bodies, it is the responsibility of the judiciary that it should not mix up with the judiciary and the executive and provide the clear cut justice.
But when we don't use our constitutions, that time it is unuseful for us because peoples are aware unaware of the
Again, see,
constitution.
judiciary is very clear cut in this thing. It is not that judiciary is also somehow corrupted, but you see, um, we can say it is again a drawback of a judiciary that The cases take so long place, so long years. It take even more than 10 years. The victim even dies sometimes, but the case is still pending in the courts. So it is a drawback in our India. But still how the constitution makers like Bhimrao Ambedkar, Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, they have dreamt of a country, they have envisioned a country in which everyone will get justice, liberty, equality, and their visions, their dreams they have written in the constitution. And today's leaders, if you will see, the political leaders we will see, they are somehow trying, but again, I will definitely say that there is corruption in the system.
When we go in the court, that time we saw there is a statue of a woman,
Hmm.
and she is blind.
No, but
And some people say that India constitution is blind, and there is when we need our rights, that time uh,
it is
we
not.
need for
Hmm.
proofs.
It is not completely true that you see that current prime minister has changed the statue. Previously, she was blind, but today there is a new statue which is white in color, and now she has, you know, that balancing instrument in her hand, and her eyes are also open. And in one hand, instead of having sword, means talwar, she has now a book of constitution. It tells that now she will not be blind in evidence, she will see everything. And previously it was said IPC, Indian Penal Code, now it's named as Bharat Nyaya Sanhita. Name is also changed. It's not that like that government is not trying its best, it is trying, we are trying to improve.
But when normal people fight in the court for our rights, that times judge ask him for her proofs, and they tell our order according the proofs. When people don't have proofs, that times she does not find her rights and good decision.
It is drawback, yeah, that until and unless we don't get any evidence, we cannot move further in that case. It is true, but it is not that much. We should always be optimistic. It is not like that everything is going wrong, nothing is going good. There is corruption in every system. People are still getting justice. It is not like that. Like we have Nalsa, Indira Gandhi has initiated free legal aid for people who are poor, if you know. Like everyone, every one of us know that until we don't have money, we cannot have access to justice also, because we will have to pay fees for lawyers also. But India has, somehow they have put some initiatives that poor people can also go to courts, they can have their lawyers and can get access. We should, there is always both sides, gray and white, you have both shades.
Okay, nice clapping for.